Marketing in today's world can feel really complex with so many strategies, tools, ever-changing trends. Business owners and business and marketers are finding it really hard to get a successful campaign or even though get returns on their investment after a campaign. But hold on, in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing 10 essential marketing principles you should know and implement before you start any campaign. And this would ensure you have long-lasting success for a business and also as a marketer. With that being said, and if that sounds interesting, let's jump right into the video. Or what do you think? In today's world, we have so many tools. We have so many AIs. We have so many trends. But the first thing I want to tell you, marketing can feel like a maze, but it is not. Being lost in the trends, in the AI tools, doesn't really give you a strategy to have a business success. So the first thing you need to understand and the core of your marketing is one of the most important things, which is your customer. You need to understand your customer, and that's the first point. Secondly, knowing that your customer is the core of your business, knowing and understanding your customer would ensure you get the right message, the right channel to communicate with them. Knowing your audience inside out is the next thing you should know. Your marketing effort always starts with the idea of knowing your ideal customer. This is one of the most important questions in marketing. Who they are, what do they need, how does your product solve their problem? Well, creating a detailed customer avatar would help you refine your message and also increase your engagement. Focus on the following aspects: demography, the age, the income and occupation; geography, where they stay; psychography, their interest. And that will lead us to the next point. Don't just compete, be different. Understanding your competition is important, but copying them, that's not really good for your business or as a business marketer. You have to differentiate yourself with your unique selling proposition by how you look, the experience you give your customer, how fast your delivery, how fast you offer your services, and how they achieve their result as soon as possible. Sometimes the best way to succeed is actually to create your own niche. Specialization builds authority. The more specific you are, the stronger your brand. And that will take me to the next point. Stand out with differentiation. Now the question is, what makes your brand different from others? What exactly do you do that others are not doing? What exactly do you have that others don't have? This is why, take Apple for example, their constant innovation, iteration, creating an ecosystem and building a community has made their brand so strong and building brand loyalty. And this is something you can learn from. The next question I want to ask you is, where do your customer position your brand? Positioning your brand in the mind of your customer is very crucial. When they have a request, when they identify a problem, is your brand name, is your brand solving that need? And if not, they would literally discard you. If your brand name comes up and it's not solving their immediate need for that service or requirement, they will totally discard your brand. So brand positioning shapes the perception, the feel, and the ideal that your customer have about your brand. Brand positioning shapes the way your customer perceive your business. Take Tesla's for example. Tesla's has positioned itself to be a futuristic, eco-friendly brand, making it an industry leader in the tech space. Creating a strong or very high brand positioning with your customer create a very strong mental connection when your customers are looking for solution. That's why it's important to not just appear in the faces of your customer, but also creating relevance and increasing the perceived perception about your brand daily by staying reasonable, functional, and also helpful to your customers. Use segmentation to deliver personalized marketing. By using segmentation, you can separate your audience into various groups according to their shared traits. For example, a skincare brand would advertise and send a different message to customers in the sensitive skin segment, the dry skin segment, and also an olive skin segment. This way, you can easily communicate the pain point You can easily communicate with the pain points of your customers with segmentation and personalized marketing. That way, you can personalize the content and improve. That way, you can personalize the content and improve engagement and also interaction between you and your customer, because now you are not just talking to the masses, but you are talking to them directly. The next thing, focus on the most valuable customer. Rather than trying to communicate with everybody, posting on every channel, sending message to everybody, hold on a minute. Take a step back. Analyze your customers. Analyze the people who are really interested in what you are doing. Then create a high target and intent driven offer to these people and try to reach out to more people like them on social media by creating look-alike audience. That way, you can easily increase your ideal customers and increase the number of purchases you get, because now you are not just talking to everybody, but you are talking to the most valuable customers and people who will drive conversion for your business. This way, you can focus your efforts in the areas where they will have the greatest impact, because now you are creating message content that will speak to your ideal customers, and not just ideal, but the most valuable customers you have in the business. Right? With that being said, we can leverage pricing psychology. A little change in price can actually affect how a brand see or purchase a product. What's the difference between $9.99 and $10? It might look very small, but wait, psychologically it's large, because they feel like, oh, $9.99 quite cheap, but $10 is quite more expensive. Maybe while we're saying it, it doesn't seem like it, but when your customers want to purchase something from you, they think about it that way. A little change in price can really affect your customers' perception about your brand. So you need to understand how and the perceived value they are willing to pay for your product or service at a particular time for a particular price.
Coordinate your media, message, and market. Both your target audience and the channel used to reach them should reflect your marketing message. For example, using a TikTok campaign to reach senior executives or politicians might not really be a smart move, but either ways, you are heading for failure, because the message might be good, might be creative, but the channel and the media used for it is totally wrong. Campaigns such as that should definitely choose LinkedIn or Facebook, because you have older audience, and on LinkedIn you have professionals who have already stated their roles on LinkedIn. So the right message with the right media for the right market would definitely produce a successful result after a campaign. However, reaching the right people is ensured by a strong fit with the market, media, and message. You don't want to mess this up, especially if you are just starting. At the beginning of this video, I remember I said I just want to share 10 essential skills, but I want to give you this one extra. Maximizing your customer lifetime value. This is a gold mile. Having to get customer retained over a period of time, accumulating how much they are going to spend on your product over 10 or 20 years will definitely ensure your business is stable, and also not just looking for new customers every single time. Creating strategies, offers that could retain your customers, and not just a one-time off thing, but having them come over and over again. Like Apple, we have never stopped getting new editions of the Apple devices every single year. After every single year, we get new devices, we get new innovations, we get new technologies from them. And that is how they keep their loyalty, and that is how they keep a very strong brand loyalty. So you don't just want to stick around one product, you don't want to stick around one offer. You want to have multiple offers to get new customers and also retain the old ones, so they keep coming more and more. I'm sure you've definitely learned a lot from this episode. Do us a favor to share this video with a business owner, share this video with a friend, and share this video with one of your business executive. I'm sure they need it, because this is a gold mile. Aside that, I'm sure you've definitely gained 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 things, but for the ones you can't use right now, maybe you have to save this video and rewatch it again and again so you can take them one by one. You don't have to use everything immediately. Seriously, you don't have to use everything immediately. Just take one, apply it, take another one, apply it, and then I want to hear your business success. Thank you all for watching this episode. I'm really excited to share all these wonderful